Hey guys, it's Tash here and welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, then thank you so much for clicking on another one of my videos. I'm forever grateful. And if you're new and only just found me by clicking on this video, then hello, I'm Tasha. I create new videos weekly and definitely subscribe to me if you like what you see, because I'd love to have as many of you watching my channel as possible, as I find it so crazy that anyone even wants to watch me anyway, and I'd love to just grow and be able to have as many of you as possible. All the support that I already get is amazing and I'm so forever grateful, so thank you so much to anyone that watches my videos, likes them, subscribes to me. I love you guys so much. But today I think it was well overdue that I just did a sit down chatty kind of video, kind of like a little bit get to know me, like get to know my opinions on a few things, like just have a bit of a chat, because I love to chat. I just love to have a good chit chat, especially on like just some topics that come up in these kind of Q&As. Like I love just giving my opinions on some things, helping anyone out with a couple of dilemmas, because there's just like so many topics that I think are so relatable to each other, and I just think sometimes it's so nice to hear someone else talk about it and be like, oh, I'm not the only one feeling that way. Like it's so nice to have someone to relate to. So I absolutely love watching these kind of videos, love just watching someone sit down and chat. I don't know, I just find it so therapeutic. Not saying anyone's gonna find that about me, but even if I can entertain a few people, then my job's done. So I just put a story out on my Instagram asking if anybody had any questions, anything they wanted to know about me. I literally said anybody could ask assumptions, like dilemmas, girl/boy talk, anything like that. So I've got a few questions here on my phone that I'm gonna go through and just answer for you guys today, just to have a bit of a more like chilled, chatty vibe. Also, I'll probably do more videos like this in the future, so if you do want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Tasha Glacier. I will leave it here on screen and it's always linked down below, so you can be featured in future videos to ask me and help me out with questions for other videos that I may do in the future. So definitely go and follow me over there. And without further ado, let's just get into answering the questions. So a couple of questions were Love Island based, which I love because that is so hot on the radar right now. It is what everybody's talking about, you know, it's all over Twitter. Us in the UK, we all love the daily debate of chatting about Love Island, so don't worry, it is something that I watch and am as into it as everyone else. So the couple of questions included, who are your Love Island favourites? So I would have to say, I'm not gonna lie, I know a couple of people have gone off them now, but I am a big Amy and Curtis fan. I just think they're so adorable. I've always loved Amy. Like I genuinely see that genuine side of her. Like I think she's a really down-to-earth girl, like one of the most down-to-earth girls in there. You know, she's not too like bothered about what she looks like all the time. I love the way she dresses. I think it's so cute. She doesn't overly like plaster herself, which obviously is fine if anybody wants to, but I don't know, I can really see that more like real kind of side to her, you know, other than these girls that are literally just already Instagram models, already have a following, already had a following, already had modelling jobs. I kind of found her a bit more genuine than that, a bit more of your like everyday person, which I wish they had so much more of it. That is the only thing that kind of annoys me about Love Island, is that pretty much all of the islanders are already known for something they do. They're either already a model, like modelling for ASOS, like Danny and Arabella. Like how are you about to tell me they didn't already know each other? Like I swear these islanders pretty much already know each other, like hence that her ex was Charlie from last year's Love Island, yet Danny was friends with him. Like I don't know, there is definitely crossovers where they know each other. So I definitely find quite a lot of it set up, and that does take the like enjoyment of Love Island away from it a bit. But I mean, I'll always be a fan, I'll always watch it, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I just think it would be so much cooler if you literally just had your average Joe from down the street. I don't know, just something like that. Like I don't know, they're always just people that have already got a following, or already a model, or already had worked in the industry. I think they've already got themselves lined up in the industry basically. Like say Danny, who's a model, or Molly May, who already had 200k followers. Like they're pretty much already set up in the like fashion industry if they want to be, just in the world of social media. So I think like give them people who wouldn't be able to just make it like that a chance. Do you know what I mean? because that is the only thing I would probably kind of want to get out of it. I mean, I'm in a relationship, so I would not be going on Love Island, and even if I wasn't in a relationship, I probably would not go on Love Island anyway. But the only reason why I would is because I obviously would love to just be in that industry of social media, and I obviously think it opens up so many opportunities for you, because they literally come out with a wide following and so many brands want to work with them. And obviously I think that's so cool. I mean, who wouldn't love that as a job? As well as I obviously know there are so many downsides to it, so yeah, I mean, it probably would never be an option. But I'm just saying, yeah, overall that is my opinions of Love Island. Next up, someone said, what do you do for work? So to be honest, I've never really explained a lot about me, so I thought, wouldn't it be a great start to just give you the basics, because I've never actually come on my channel and done that. So for those of you who don't know, my full name is actually Natasha Glacier, so obviously on all social media I just call myself Tasha, that is my nickname, but full name is actually Natasha, which I'm sure most of you probably would have guessed anyway. I am 20 years old, but my birthday's in January, so in January I'll be turning 21, which is pretty crazy, the big 21. That is a big birthday, I feel. Can't wait to celebrate that one. I live in West Sussex, and I currently just still live at home with my family, and I do have a boyfriend, so probably in the next few years, I mean no time soon, but I probably would move out with him. Yes, I do have a full-time job. I currently just work like an office job, a 9 to 5, and it suits me for now. I literally love the hours. I mean, sometimes, like, obviously with a 9 to 5 it does really feel like you get into a routine and you're like, oh, is this all there is to life? You're like, literally wake up, go to work for 9, leave at 5, come home, have to go to bed, do it again. But then at the same time, I literally love having weekends off, and I love the thought of just being in that set pattern and knowing that when it hits 5, my day's over, I get to come home, forget about work for the day. And I find that 5's a kind of nice time. I feel quite a lot of jobs now finish at either like 5:30 or 6. I feel like I'm so blessed to do a 9 to 5. So I am slowly progressing in that job, and it's not a job I hate. It does have potential, and potential money wise, which is obviously what you want for a job. So I'm not in a bad position at the moment. I don't hate my work, so it's obviously not what I'd love to do. What I'd love to do is creative things. I love creating content. I love Instagram. If I could make a career out of that, which is my dream job, that is what I've always dreamed to do. I would sit there and look at these people on Instagram, these people on YouTube. That was what I wanted. That is my dream kind of job. Like, I don't know, I'm just definitely more of the creative person. So I don't believe that I should be sat in a 9 to 5 office job. I really don't think that's me. But at my age, to get money in the bank, to put myself in a stable position for my future, it is what I have to do, and that's fine. Don't despise it. It's fine for the moment. Yeah, I'm happy basically. It's fine. Everything's going fine. I feel like I'm progressing. It's what I'm gonna do to get myself money, while in the background I can try and do YouTube, and I'm gonna try and do Instagram, which is exactly what I want to do. I feel like I've answered 2 things there: what I do for work and what is like my dream work. I mean, obviously I've not really explained like the whole of what my dream job is, but just know it's basically what I'm trying to work towards. Okay, so someone said, where do you get your fashion inspo from? So I obviously, pretty much all my accounts that I follow on Instagram are fashion accounts. They are smaller accounts like me, people trying to work their way up, or there's some bigger accounts that I'm like, oh my god, like your absolute goals, you're like what I want to work towards. But yeah, so they're all mainly fashion accounts, and obviously Instagram, I'm trying to give my own fashion inspo, so that is also where I get my inspo from. But I would obviously never copy anyone, but obviously there is gonna be some form of inspiration there. So I literally have like a massive whole saved thing on my Instagram saves. If I see something I like, I'll save it and think about taking my own inspiration from that. It's usually like I'll first of all see an item of clothing that I love and think, oh, how would I style that? Also, I spend pretty much every lunchtime at work scrolling through clothing websites, looking like what's the latest trends, what do I love, what do I want to buy, what do I want to style, what would look cool on my Instagram, what would be good fashion inspo. I literally spend so much of my life just scrolling through websites, and I'm like, I love everything and it's breaking my bank, but I can't help it and it's what I want to do, so it's fine. But yeah, that's kind of how I get my inspo. So I'll look for things I like and just try and imagine my own style and how I would style items, as well as like taking inspiration from loads of other people, because that's fine, that's what we're all here for. And then also somebody said, what is your favourite Instagram theme? Okay, my favourite, I've got to show you one of my favourite accounts, because I literally love, I just find them accounts that literally, like, I've tried to post a few of them, but mine literally are nothing compared to the ones I follow. The ones where they just show like either outfit, like their face isn't in it, and it's just like up close details of like their outfit. I find them so like aesthetically pleasing, and I think when they're like all that, like as a theme, it looks so cool. And to be honest, I kind of wish I just made my page like that, because one, it's so easy to get content. Also, I just think it looks so nice on Instagram. So hang on, I'm going to show you one of my favourite. Her name is Sarah, or Sarah, don't know how they're pronouncing that, _ Tiffany. And she is basically one of those girls that just posts outfit, sorry about the lights, outfit pictures like so, and oh my god, I just love that. So that is definitely my favourite Instagram theme. Her account's amazing, definitely go and check her out. So someone else said fave travelling destinations. So to me, the ideal holiday would definitely be like a warm destination. I'm not the sort of person that would be interested in going skiing. I do also love to be able to explore as well, so like go around, go into the city, see the culture. So I do love city breaks, but then I think at heart I'm definitely like a beach holiday kind of gal. My go-to destination is Mallorca. I'm literally going in like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. It's such a beautiful island, and it's close, it's not too expensive, so that has always been like my family destination, and I think I'll also continue going there for so many years. It's just such a gorgeous place. I love it, and if you haven't been there, I would definitely recommend it. It's such a good family destination, romantic destination, like getaway, go as couples, go as friends. I mean, you've even got a bit of Magaluf there if that's your kind of thing. I would probably do that as like a week plus holiday, you know, a week or like 10 days. But then for shorter breaks, I do love city breaks. Me and my boyfriend in December went on a little city break to Berlin, and that was so lovely. We got to see a lot. I like a bit of both, but ideally a nice hot holiday is for me. So next up, we have a question that says, what got you into blogging? So I always followed so many Instagrammers, so many YouTubers that obviously did blog, and I've always been so interested in seeing what they do. I always lived for watching YouTube. I had people that I subscribed to, their notifications on whenever they upload a video. I'm there watching it. I'd watch it throughout school. Now I watch it in my lunch breaks, after work, all the time. So it's always been something I've been so interested in, but so interested in the point that I would sit there and I would want to do it so bad, because that is my kind of thing. Like, I love creating. I was literally that girl that would create videos all the time, and I just believe that that is just my kind of like lifestyle that I want to live. Like, I literally am that person that doesn't believe I was meant to be here to be working a 9 to 5. Like, I definitely believe there's more to life than that. I want to go and explore these things. I want to be able to show it to the world, because I think social media is such a powerful platform for us now in our generation, and I think, why not use that? Like, I want to use, I would literally sit there and think, I want that life, but it's never going to happen. And there'll be so many times when I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna start up a channel, I'm gonna start vlogging on my Instagram. And it wasn't until the beginning of this year that I actually did, and it wasn't until late last year that I met my boyfriend. And honestly, I think he was the push I needed. He motivated me and supported me so much, and I'd never had that in my life before. I would always be so worried thinking about what people thought, and I'd obviously left college now, I'd left school, so I didn't really have that in the back of my mind. People were going to talk about me like that, and I kind of did just get myself in the mindset of thinking, I don't care what people want to say about me anymore, I don't care what they think. Like, I started to think that life is way too short not to do what you want to do because you're worried about what people are going to think of you. Seriously, when you think about it, do you really want to be there at the end of your life thinking, oh, I wish I did this, this and this, rather than getting through maybe a couple of like people talking about you, a couple of hate comments, and literally living the whole life you want to live? Like, I just want to live my best life, and I feel like that is where I'm going, and that is what I'm doing now. Without him, I don't think, like I said, I would have had that push to do it, because he really supported me and he really made me see that he wanted me to do it. And I'd never been with anyone like that before, that I felt comfortable enough that they also thought that it was fine for me to do. Actually would say to me like, why do you care about what these people think? Like, he thought it was so cool, and he would be that person that he would ask me what I'd want to do, and I'd be like, oh well, I'd love to be able to put content out on YouTube, and he'd be like, well, why can't you? And it's so true, like, why could I not? Like, it just is something you can do. If you want to do it, then why not just do it? So that is pretty much why I started, because it is literally something I've wanted to do for years, and I wish I started earlier. I wish I didn't care about it earlier, and I wish I'd started earlier, but I didn't, and I've started now, and that's fine. It's never too late to create a life you love, and that is a quote that I've lived by always. Never too late. If you want to do something, go out and do it. It's never too late. Like, you have to be selfish sometimes. Like, do what you want to do. Like, you do you, boo, as Ellie Darby would say. You know, a lot of her motivation also helped. People are going to talk about you whether you're doing bad or good, so literally just do it for you and do what you want to do. I could go on about it for ages, but there's lovely people. Like, I have met some lovely girls on Instagram who also do the same thing, and that is also so cool, and what I want is to get out of it. There is such a lovely community out there of people. I've never had so much support. I love all the girls that give to anyone that gives me any support. I'm so grateful, and I just think. So the next question is, what is the one company you'd love to work with? So to my disbelief, like, I literally could not believe it when this was lucky enough to be reached out by xoxo at first, and I have an ongoing collaboration with them, which, oh my god, it absolutely blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. When I started my Instagram, I started to get a few more followers. All my clothes I would get from xoxo at first, because they were literally one of my favourite online companies. I think they're so affordable with such great pieces. I love so much of their stuff, so I'd always do orders on them. I did a haul on them before I even got this collaboration. I posted a lot of my photos, including their clothing, and then I remember I'd be like to my boyfriend, I'd be like, oh, imagine one day like they might want to work with me in the future. One day I got an email from them, and honestly, I could not believe it. And obviously I'm still growing. Like, I've only got 3,000 followers on my Instagram. Like, I literally thought you'd have to have so many more than that to be reached out by a company like that, who are so amazing and so many people love. So I literally felt so blessed, and to be having an ongoing collaboration with them is crazy. I can't believe it. I feel so lucky. Such an amazing start to exactly where I want to be. I love vlogging. I love taking photos. I love sharing what I'm wearing, sharing where clothes are from. So it was just an amazing start for me. Like I said, I couldn't. Anyways, I've completely gone off track there. Just know that that is crazy, and I can't believe it. I'm so grateful. But I'd probably say a company I would love to work with would maybe either be like a really cool makeup brand, maybe like Benefit, because I love makeup. As you might have seen, I've done a couple of makeup videos on my channel, and I'd love to do more, because makeup is something I'm really interested in. Like, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not crazy amazing at it, but I do love doing my makeup, so that would be cool probably to be reached out by a makeup brand. Or also, so I'd love to work with like another one of my favourite online clothing brands. I literally love Missguided, so I think they'd be super cool to work with. Couldn't even imagine where I'd be if I was working with someone like Missguided. That could be amazing, as I'm wearing their clothing today. So yeah, I'd probably say Missguided would be a company that I would love to work with. And there's a couple more questions. So someone said, talk about your skincare. So there actually isn't much to talk about. I'm actually pretty awful when it comes to skincare, and I don't even know if that's a really bad thing to be admitting on YouTube, but yes. So I don't really have a skincare routine. I've tried many times to have one, and I just get really lazy with it, and I'm actually really bad with knowing what the really good products are. Like, sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm loving this, like when I'm watching them on YouTube, but I'm like, those products are probably so expensive, and it's not something I want to spend a lot of money on. So if I'm being honest, my skincare routine is literally taking my makeup off with a wipe, which I live for. The Primark wipes, the Cool as the Cucumber ones. I've raved on about them in another video, so you might already know that I absolutely love them. They smell like watermelons, they're amazing, and they're literally like 2 packs for £1, so affordable, and they take my makeup off absolutely fine. Literally not go a day without taking my makeup off every evening, like 100% always make sure I do that. But yeah, I would just use a makeup wipe, and then I like to Clearasil my face with just like the Clearasil wipes. don't know if you guys, after I've used a wipe, yeah, I understand it doesn't take off all the makeup, so then once I use this Curacao, it really like cleanses your skin and gets a little bit deeper into your pores, gets out that excess makeup. So I do feel like I end up the day with all my makeup off and nice clear skin. Yeah, overall I'm pretty blessed with my skin, and I'm pretty rubbish with skincare, so that's the reality of it. The second to last question is, have you ever been heartbroken? So the answer is, I have only ever been in 2 proper relationships, one of which I'm in now, and I'm in the happiest relationship I could have ever been in. I'm with the boy that I've always dreamed of. He is absolutely amazing to me. He's so kind, so generous, so caring, so loving, looks after me, like things that I always dreamed of having in a boy, but was brainwashed to believe that no boy was like this through how I was treated in my last relationship. He is all them things and more. Like, he genuinely cares for me so much. He would do anything for me. He looks after me, and obviously I return all this to him. But yeah, he is amazing, and he is, like I said, everything that I'd wish for but didn't even believe a boy could be. But it is true. So I will always say, when a man lets you down and you believe there are no good men out there, I promise you there is that one that is going to treat you right. So never settle for less, because I know it's so easy to do, and you start believing that you're not meant to be treated right, you're not meant to be treated like the princess, babe, and there will be someone that will want to treat you better. So when that boy is not treating you right, know your worth, girl, and know someone is gonna treat you right and literally wants to treat you like a princess. Because, back to the question, off on a tangent there, yeah, I have been through heartbreak in my first relationship. Although heartbreak is literally the worst thing ever, and it's that thing where I'm like, I would not wish heartbreak on my worst enemy. Like, I think it is a horrible thing to go through. It is one of the most like weirdly painful things. Like, it's painfully so mentally and painfully physically. Like, it made me go through so much, but it is also something that I'm so thankful I went through at a kind of young age. Well, I was in a relationship kind of young. I was in my first relationship at 15. It ended when I was about 17, and I've genuinely, I know it sounds so cliche, but I do feel like it made me who I am. It made me so much stronger. I felt like anything else that I went through, I'd be so much harder, it wouldn't hurt as much, which was true. It was the first time I went through it, the first time I felt it. It honestly broke me. Like, it hurt so much. I was in such a horrible place, like such a horrible headspace. I believed all men were horrible. I felt insecure in myself. I felt like I wasn't enough. I started to not trust people. I became paranoid, because that was what I believed a relationship was. And it's so crazy, because at the time you're literally like devastated. You thought that one person was your forever, and you can't get over it. You're like, there's no one else out there for me, and I'd be scared to be lonely. And yeah, you just believe. I didn't believe in love anymore. I thought, how can I love someone else when I loved that person and I've broken my heart? And I couldn't understand it until, obviously, I've now met my new boyfriend. That's when I started to believe in lovely men again, and believe that love is a real thing, and believing in the one, because he is definitely the one. My advice from heartbreak is, it's so hard, because it's one of those things where now I can really talk on it and say, at the time you feel so devastated and you feel like you're never going to come out of it, but honestly you do, and you will. And time is a healer. Like, I believe time is a healer, and some people take longer than others. Some people may move on in 2 weeks, which is fine. Like, I also genuinely believe in finding someone else is also a healer. Like, obviously not a rebound. Like, you don't want to hurt the other person, and it gets complicated when you're still in love with the other person. You start trying to see someone else to go over that, and you can't. That's not when it's right. But you've got to remember, at the time, being in love, you are blind to everything. And I found that myself. Like, I was not being treated right, but I was blind to it at the time, because you think you're so in love and this is your one, and this is your world, and this is your everything, and you literally become blind to how you're being treated, and you kind of forgive things that shouldn't be forgiven, and you stay for reasons that you shouldn't be staying for. And then once you come out of it and you're out of that headspace and you've got through the heartbreak and you've become stronger, you start to realize, oh my god, what was I doing, what was I thinking, what was I seeing? Like, I look back now and think I could never imagine myself with that person anymore, because you just start to see it differently. And like I said, I'm so glad I went through it to now realize those things, realize how I should be treated, how I want to be treated, realize what I do believe it made me the person I was. It made me see so much more. And all I can say is you will get over it, and you do get over it, and everything's gonna be fine, and you do find someone else, and that person makes you realize why you had to go through that, and everything happens for a reason. Again, so cliche, but I do believe it. I believe you have to go through things to learn things, to know things, to realize things to make you who you are, to lead you to your next person who you are meant to be with. Let things be how they be, let it flow, let it go how it is. If you're really meant to be with that person, you'll be with that person. If you're not, you won't be. And that is the best way to look at it. And yeah, it's gonna hurt, you're gonna cry, you're gonna feel so many feelings, but honestly, you will get through it and you will get over it. That is something I could probably talk about for ages. I mean, if anybody wants to hear any more kind of stories like that on what I went through, how I dealt with things, let me know, and I'll do other videos on advice and dilemmas, like girl talk like that. So that is everything for me today, guys. I hope it gave you a bit more of an insight into who I am through me giving my advice, through me giving some opinions and talking a bit about myself. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of something different, me just sitting down and having a bit of a chit chat to you, rather than me just holding up some clothes and talking about clothing, talking about other topics. If this is something you enjoyed, let me know down below, and I would love to do other Q&As, and like I said, other talks on other things if you wanted, like advice things, like more girl/boy talk on dilemmas that we all kind of go through, or dilemmas you want me to talk about. Literally let me know, or even like send me a DM over on Instagram, follow me over there. Hopefully I'll do more videos like this in the future. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That means so much to me. The support is so helpful, and I'm so grateful for any of you that did. If you want to stick around and see more content from me, please subscribe, and I can't wait to see you soon with a brand new video. Bye!